LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
LoveLine.
Carolla, that is Dr. Bruce filling in for Dr. Drew, who is in Philadelphia making money doing something other than his job. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE. 191, fax number 310-854-4455. Don't worry, Dr. Bruce is a board-certified physician. He's also addiction medicine specialist, and he specializes in emergency medicine.
Thank you.
Is that all right, Bruce?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, Rza from the Wu-Tang clan is here tonight, and also from many, many other endeavors, and we're here to talk tonight and promote Ghost Dog, which is a new movie. Forrest Whitaker's in it. Rza also has a smallish part in it,
cameo
right?
appearance.
In camouflage. And you did the soundtrack for this one, right?
Yeah, did the score and the soundtrack for that one.
Now, when you do the score and do the soundtrack for something, do you do it all yourself, or do you work with other people, or how does that work?
This particular case, I did it all myself on this one.
So we're going to hear some stuff off of the soundtrack before the night is through. I should mention that the film Ghost Dog opens the 17th of March, but it opens in New York tomorrow. Just New York, not New York, L.A.?
No, just, I think, New York tomorrow, and everywhere else on the 17th.
Nationwide on the 17th?
Nationwide.
What's the movie about?
Ghost Dog is The Way of the Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a man in the hood who studies the Hakakuri book and lives by a special code, and there's nothing you could do to break him out of the code.
Yeah, keep going.
Forrest Whitaker is the star of the film. He plays Ghost Dog, who's a hitman, but a real nice guy in the neighborhood. You wouldn't really know exactly what he do, but he's actually a hitman.
And is it a thriller? Is it a horror? Is it a drama? What would you call it?
It's a Jim Jarmusch film. So Jim Jarmusch makes some films that has more layers to it, but it got great comedy to it. Has a real good message. I think the young people out here in America could go check out, because the Hakakuri book is a real serious book. A lot of enlightenment inside that book, and discipline. Yeah, discipline. And I think that's something that we could use in our society. So
kids go for that stuff. They really like it.
Well, I don't know. They could go for a little more discipline. I think that's the one thing that's missing today from kids. A little discipline. I don't want to sound old, but no matter what you do in life, and I don't care if you're doing exactly what you want to do for a living, I don't care if you're selling drugs for a living, you need discipline.
But, I think the kids' image of entertainers is that they're just so talented they don't have to practice their art, they don't have to work at it.
Yeah, you got to have discipline. I mean, martial arts is a very disciplined thing you got to be into. This film is based in martial arts principle, but it's not a martial art film.
Right.
And the discipline that he has is more of a mental discipline about himself. And he also, it's like there's a thing in there, he has like a lot of pigeons on the roof that he controls, and he even had the patience to train a bird, and that's discipline. You got to have that kind of patience and discipline.
Does boxing take discipline, Adam?
Yes.
Yeah,
Adam's a boxing instructor.
Well, I used to be. But, yeah, that's a good example of something where people think these guys are just big thugs that go in there, beat the crap out of someone, and then go home and buy jewelry or something. But
right.
the reality is if you want to get to the top of any game, it's all discipline, no matter how much God-given ability you have. All right, we will go to the phones and talk to some of our undisciplined listeners. Christina?
Hello.
You're 18.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
I smoked some marijuana on Thursday, and I hadn't done it for about 6 months, and then I had to take a drug test on Monday, and I only took 1 or 2 hits off the bong. And I was wondering, my boyfriend bought me one of those Test Pure drinks, Dr. Bruce, and I was wondering if those work.
Generally, those don't make any difference, but it depends on who's doing the test, how sophisticated the testing is. They generally cause you have a more dilute urine, and it's just like if you take the same amount of a solid substance and put it in a gallon versus a cup of water, the testing devices will
wait a minute. What are those liquids that you're supposed to drink?
Well, there's Golden Seal. There are various herbal preparations.
They're very expensive.
They're expensive. It costs $20-25 for a box.
But what about if you had a bong load the night before you had to go get drug tested and you just drank 2 gallons of water? Would that do anything?
No, you're going to test positive. The whole thing is
Yeah,
there's nothing you can really do.
So I'm going to come out positive even though I only...
No, well, you said you waited how many days? 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, but I only took 1 hit, and I
Yeah,
had smoking forever.
the thing is, if you're negative, you would have been negative anyway. The people are making a lot of money off of these herbal preparations, and they don't really work. And today the testing is quite sophisticated in most places, and if there's any question, the final test is GC mass spec. It fractionates or breaks down the substance, and it's like a fingerprint. The same analogy would be a fingerprint testing. You can't fool that test.
All right, Christina, where are you trying to get a job?
I don't want to say.
Well,
It's for like a restaurant, theater type place, and they just drug test everyone, and I really need this job, and she hasn't called me back.
Restaurant, theater, you talking about Chuck E. Cheese?
Something a little more high class than that, Adam, but...
Yeah, because you're going to get in that rat outfit. You better be stoned.
Why was your boyfriend trying to get you to take a couple hits off the bomb?
He knows... Oh, no, my boyfriend wasn't trying. He's the one that wanted me to get this job, basically. So I'm going to test positive then? Even
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll make it.
You can't say yes or... I can't say yes or no, but it's unlikely. A couple of hits, 4 or 5 days, unlikely.
Have you ever tried red clover? Is that... I mean, I use a lot of red clover before my test.
Is that a drink also, or...?
No,
Really?
Red clover is an actual herb that you know, I had to take before I had to go to see my PO officer a few years ago.
Really?
And,
And does it work?
Well, with the older
it works.
tests,
I heard it does.
yeah.
What is red clover? It's just an herb?
Yes, an herb. Red clover leaf. Went to your local drugstore or health food store and try that one.
And how often were you getting tested? I'm asking you, Rza.
Oh, every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, and you would take the red clover Tuesday morning or Monday night, or when do you take it?
I try to at least get 48 hours on it.
I see.
Yeah, about 48 hours on it.
And you see, pot stays in you longer than coke or like heroin or anything
It's fat
else,
soluble,
right?
so your brain, your body, fat tissues are like sponges. So the more you use, the longer it's going to take to clear. I had a guy that said...
Well, what if you're a skinny guy? What if you're like Snoop Dogg? You get stoned all the time, but you got no fat on you. Where's the pot high?
Snoop still got probably 10-20% of his body fat. Is 10-20% body fat. So it doesn't matter.
I'd like to smoke that.
3 or 4 months, he's going to still be positive.
All right. Well, what's he care? Mike?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I just want to give a shout-out to Mayonnaise.
Yeah. Oh, that's my rap name, by the way, Rza. What do you think?
Mayonnaise?
Man-aise.
Oh, mayonnaise. All right. Just
you know what I mean?
Just don't spread it on the bread.
With a Z.
With a Z.
Right?
Okay,
that's my main mayonnaise.
All
right.
There's Snoop.
Yeah, I love that clip.
All right, Mike, what's up?
Anyways, me and my girlfriend were having unprotected sex, like a couple days ago, and, I kind of came at her a little bit, and I kind of got worried, so we went and got the morning after pill.
Kind of.
Yeah, just as long as it was only half a nut, you should be fine. Yeah, so you got the morning after pill, and what happened?
And, she's supposed to get her period on the 15th coming up, but she got it yesterday.
You're supposed to have bleeding within 3 to 4 weeks when you take that. The whole idea is you're interrupting what's normally happening there, and you want to affect ovulation. And as Drew usually points out, this is not an aborifactant, was that the correct term? A lot of people take objection to this method because they say it's like causing an abortion. But you're trying to upset the process by which ovulation occurs, and bleeding is supposed to occur within a
All right,
period
so
of
that's
time.
because she took the pills.
Right.
Are you
Took
hip
it
to this,
correctly.
Rza? Do you know what this is?
I never heard of this pill before.
There's a couple of pills. Quiet down, Bruce. Who's the doctor here? There's a couple of pills you can take. Like, let's say the condom breaks, or you don't pull out in time, or for whatever reason you think you may have gotten your woman pregnant. Within 72 hours, within 3 days, if you take a combination of these birth control pills, it'll prevent her from getting pregnant. It doesn't abort the pregnancy. It just doesn't let her get pregnant.
Okay.
So everyone should have this combination of pills, this morning after pills, on their nightstand, because if the condom breaks or whatever happens, you just take these pills and you're out of the woods. Harmon?
Hi.
You're 13.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, I had this, like, cold sore kind of thing next to my lip, and I was wondering if it was herpes or not. It's not really a cold sore, but it's like a sore next to my lip. I'm wondering if that's herpes.
Are you sexually active?
No.
Can you fax me a facsimile of your face, or?
No, I don't have a sex machine.
Okay. Okay. First of all, cold sores are pretty easy to diagnose. They usually have a irregular surface, and you have a discharge or a watery substance that comes out of it. I mean, what exactly are you having there? Is it hurt a lot? Is it painless?
It's like, it doesn't hurt, but it's like it's like raised.
Okay.
And like if I...
All right, but wait a minute.
What are you worried about? Have you had oral sex?
Bruce, settle down for a second. Wait a minute. Do you have oral sex?
No, but
All
I'm
right.
wondering if I did, could I give somebody a herpes?
Why? Are you planning on it?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You never know. You wake up, penis is in your mouth. I know what it's like. Hey, Carmen, you're 13, right? You're 13. Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
And you think you may give him oral sex sometime soon?
Yeah, and I just want to know if I could give that to him.
How old is he?
What?
How old is your boyfriend?
13.
Son of a bitch. 13. I wouldn't have known what to do. My head would have exploded if a woman gave me oral sex at 13. And you're going to do this for free, right?
No, I'm not going to do it, but if I do...
Well, listen, wait a minute. You're not going to do it, right?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, just wait till the cold sore goes away.
You could give him that. Yeah, there's herpes 1 and 2, and the 1 is the mouth area, 2 is the genital area, but they crisscross back and forth, so you definitely don't want to do that. But at 13, what are you doing thinking of oral sex?
Well, she's just, it's a hypothetical.
Do you want to ask about?
No, I don't care.
Well, I care.
Rza, when did you get your first piece of oral sex?
13.
13.
Maybe 11 or 13.
Everyone got it early. How old was the woman?
She was 1 year older than me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good at 13.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you can really enjoy it. It's like Disneyland for your penis. You know, I mean, you go to Disney.
That's when nothing comes out that much, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go to Disneyland now as an adult, it's no big deal. But when you went as a kid, it was a big deal. Oral sex, same thing.
But the question she's asking, that I thought she'd ask, is indicative of how little she's prepared to have sex or be sexually active.
All right. No one will have sex on your watch. Don't worry, Bruce. Tony?
Hello?
You're 17. What's up?
Yeah, my girlfriend said she was a virgin, but the first time we had sex, she didn't bleed. And I was wondering if, I don't know, maybe she was lying.
Was there a hymen there?
I don't know what it would feel like.
Well, it'd be like you're trying to bang a trampoline.
It kind of felt that way, but no, there was no bleeding or anything. There was no blood at all.
Are you a detective, or why do you want to determine this by the blood method here?
I don't know. I just thought maybe...
No, that's not. I mean, that's not a necessity. It's something that can break in other ways. So.
All right.
But how old's your girlfriend?
She's 17, too.
Yeah, she could have broke it in a motorcycle accident or a plane crash, horseback riding. The hymen can go many different ways. It doesn't have to just be through sex.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
Don't worry. She's pure as driven snow.
All right.
Just oral sex and anal sex until you, brother.
All right.
All right, Tony.
Okay.
You sleep like a baby.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Let's see. Julie.
Yeah?
You're 15.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Okay. Well, I sort of got with this junior guy who's 17.
Yeah.
And he didn't exactly keep his mouth shut. And
What'd you do with him?
Third.
What?
Third.
Third base?
Mm-hmm.
Oral sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss that diamond. I wish adults would use that, bases thing. Hey, Julie.
Yeah?
Try not to use the F word on the air, all right?
From the bases to the major leagues.
No, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
All right, so you gave the guy some oral sex, and how do you know the guy?
Met him through a friend.
All right, was this at a party or something?
No, just kind of got together over the weekend.
All right, and now he's telling everybody?
Well, he said he only told one person.
Right, but that person had a bullhorn.
Yeah.
So someone told a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a junior?
Yeah.
He's about, what, 16, 17?
17.
And now what? You worried about your reputation?
Well, yeah, just a little.
Now, did you think this was an act of love and intimacy on his part, or?
Well, we're going out, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Everyone can know his girlfriend's a slut.
Yeah.
In other words,
I'm just kidding.
But did you have sex with him?
No.
No. That's nothing in this day and age, is it, Julie?
It is where I live.
Where do you live?
I'd rather not say.
All right. All right, so you guys are going out now.
Yeah.
How long?
Well, since last weekend.
Happened like 2 weeks ago.
All right.
So it happened when you started going out?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so what do you propose to do about it now?
I'm not really sure.
Well, listen, pardon the pun, but this will blow over.
Okay.
Just tell him to keep his trap shut or you're not going to open your mouth.
Or your legs.
That's right. Nothing will be open.
Oh, don't worry. Those always stay crossed.
Sex is a recreational activity for guys at that age, and if you expect any kind of intimacy out of it, you're fooling yourself.
Listen, I'm 35 years old. I get a blowjob. I rent out billboard space.
Sure, if you want recreational activity for sex, that's fine, but not at 16.
Would you shut up, Bruce? How many cups of coffee did you have before you started tonight?
This is my first
Put
one.
that mic down. You're too excited. Put that mic down and lean back a little. I need room to operate.
Just be nice.
All right?
Right.
All right, now calm down.
I'll calm down.
Feast or famine with this guy. It's either he's yapping like a auctioneer high on speed, or you can't get a goddamn word out of him by poking him with his stick.
Asshole.
Now, just quiet down over there. I'm saying you can't expect your average 17-year-old not to blab a little when he gets to oral sex.
And you shouldn't expect her to have sex on the first date like that.
All right. Well,
and she's learning what happens when you do.
Sharon?
Hey.
Hey, you're 14. What's up?
Yeah, when I was 7, I got raped by my cousins.
Mm-hmm. Cousins?
Yeah.
Two guys?
Yeah.
Wow. You were how old? 7? How old were they?
Well, one was 8 and one was like 12.
8? What the hell's the
Yeah.
8-year-old doing? All right. So.
And lately, like, I've been having bad dreams, and it's just, like, been bothering me a lot. And I see these cousins, like, a lot, like, every other weekend.
Well, what happened? Does this happen one time?
Twice. But I was too scared to tell anyone because they're, like, a lot bigger than me.
And was it violent?
Well, kind of. Like, we was in a pool one time, and they almost tried to drown me.
Was it violent? What kind of question is that? What difference does it make?
What do you mean? I want to know if they were, threatening her with something or holding her down or hitting her.
Yeah, they were, like, holding
Very valid question, you imbecile. I'm sorry Bruce had to chime in that way.
Do you have anybody that you can talk to now that's a responsible adult?
Well, yeah, but I don't really, like, I'm wondering if I should tell someone because I'm kind of feeling uncomfortable, but then it happened a long time ago.
Absolutely. You know what? It's like it happened just yesterday, because when you're 14, this is when these kind of memories are going to start creeping up on you, and the dreams and things are going to get much worse. If you talk, listen to me, if you talk to somebody, things are going to get a lot better, and you're not going to have a lot of the consequences. You hear some of the kids calling in here, and they're having sex over and over, and they don't know why, and it gets out of control. What happened to you can cause that to happen and can cause you to feel more out of control. It will be the best thing you ever did if you talk to somebody that's a responsible adult, and they'll know how to get you the help you need.
What are these two hoodlums up to now?
Nothing. They're just still going to school. They're not like hoodlums or anything. They're just...
They turn out to be criminals?
Somebody did something to them. You understand? Especially the 8-year-old. They've been molested, and it's a cycle that repeats itself.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's certainly the 12-year-old. The 8-year-old is probably just,
he was
maybe
molested.
he got caught in between or something.
He experienced molestation and abuse when he was involved with her, if that was his initiation.
Sharon,
so the whole thing's a
what's
disaster.
up with your family?
Oh, we're okay. I mean, I'm in a good environment and stuff. I'm not like...
What about your cousin's family?
Oh, they're like, well, the older one's gay now.
Oh, yeah. Somebody
Adam's off.
Somebody bent his antenna early. Listen, I know the gay guys hate when I talk this way, but all the guys who call on this show who are gay, somebody got to them early. And this is what happened. Somebody got to this kid, somebody molested him, then he in turn molests his young cousin, and now, lo and behold, as an adult, he's gay. This is what happens. You scramble a kid, and then he scrambles another kid.
Right. It's good to talk to somebody, an adult, about that, because you don't want those thoughts provoking you to to come with some kind of perverted ideas yourself.
And listen, Sharon,
All right,
the thing that's not going to happen, it's not going to come back on you from these kids. There's not going to be a responsible adult that would go to them and say, oh, she told me this or that. This is not going to be a bad thing if you talk to somebody. Do you have a school counselor you can tell?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna? Can you do that for us and call us back?
Yeah. Could I just tell like an older friend?
No.
No, that doesn't count. You gotta talk to
Only
somebody
the
in
older
some
friend will-
position.
Yeah,
If the
just-
older friend is a school counselor, yeah.
Well, he's like 22.
All right. Well, you talk to him and
Does he work with metal?
Is he responsible?
Yeah.
How do you know him?
He's my brother's best friend, and he's really nice.
What's he do for a living?
He works. I'd rather not say.
What kind of work? Come on.
Well, he like does stuff with packages.
Packages? No. I don't trust this guy. He works
Yeah,
at a
very
hot
good.
dog factory. Are you kidding me? You talk to a guy who's got a real job and a degree, all right?
And also, like, I've noticed that I'm more attracted to older guys.
Yeah.
That's because of what happened.
You better start talking to someone, Sharon.
Do you go to church?
No.
Do you have a youth pastor?
No.
Well.
I go like to some like youth like council thing.
All right. Go there and
Talk
talk
to
to somebody because you're going to be dating a guy who's 28 years old,
Yeah.
drives an El Camino, and wears his cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Don't talk to the 22-year-old guy because he's going to use that to take advantage of you, knowing that you're
That's
not an
right.
official virgin and everything. He will use that to take advantage of you. So don't talk to him. Talk to someone much older and much more mature.
Amber,
Hey, guys.
you're 20.
Yeah, I had a question for you guys. My girlfriend and I sometimes let our really good friend join in when we have sex together, and I'm pretty much open to anything he wants to do, you know, because I'm a nice person, and he expressed an interest in anal sex.
Hold on. You're lesbian?
I'm bi.
You're bi.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a friend of yours who's a male who gets to join in?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
Uh-huh. And do you live with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And this guy gets to just join in when you guys have sex?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I have 2 TV shows and a national radio show. I don't get to join in.
You have
when
boundaries
lesbians
too, man.
have sex.
Well, listen, they're boundary issues. Threesomes usually just almost always destroy relationships.
Well, who cares? They're lesbians. It's not going on forever.
Irregardless of Adam's
All right, well,
judgment.
let her ask her question. Now the guy wants anal sex?
Yeah.
Oh, man, is he pushing?
Is he greedy or not?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem with that, but I want to use a condom because I'm totally a safety girl, and he says that we can't because it's going to break. So I want to know if condoms break during anal sex.
No. What do you think all the gays use?
You can't because it's going to break. So what if it breaks? Why not at least put it on and use lubricant and hope it doesn't break? What's this point if it breaks?
Wait a minute. Oh, condoms, I mean, that's their main use is for the butt.
Exactly. So I'm saying what's if he's saying, well, it might break, don't use it. What's the point? I don't understand.
All right. Well, tell him no. Tell him he has to use a condom.
Okay.
What's
All right.
what? This is his recreational activity. This doesn't sound like a healthy guy.
What? What do you mean? It sounds just like a regular guy to me who
it's
stumbled onto a gold mine.
Sounds like,
Cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a guy that... Where did you live?
I live in Carson City, Nevada.
Oh, man.
Okay.
This guy's playing slots and playing the lesbians. He's having a great time. Now, and he gets to have sex whenever he wants with the two of you?
Whenever he comes over.
Now, don't you get jealous when he's having sex with your girlfriend?
No.
No? You don't mind?
No.
And even though she's your girl, you don't mind seeing him on top of her?
No.
You will.
What about the anal sex with her?
No, she won't do it.
She won't?
No, I'm the one that gets stuck with it.
Right. She has very delicate sensibilities.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what your issues are, but you have issues. This is not. No, it's not normal. This guy is not going to go on to a healthy relationship.
Oh, who
with
cares?
A woman.
Put the condom on, okay?
Thanks, Adam.
Problems.
All
Are
right.
problems.
And I'll see you in therapy, all right?
You'll see her. You'll see her in Carson City.
Oh, man.
Come to my concert.
Yeah. Man, son of a bitch. No strings attached. Now he's going for the anal sex. That's what I love about guys. The guy stumbles onto the greatest, luckiest find ever. 2 lesbians who don't give a rat's ass whether he bangs both of them, watches, whacks off, does whatever on both of them. But now he's got to up the ante a little. I think I'm going for the back door. And on top of that, no condom.
He's fighting for the no condom.
I mean, what, the sky's the limit for this guy. Oh, man, he's going to be a captain of industry one day.
You know, you need a guitar if you want to get more activity.
No.
Not shows, TV shows,
No,
radio shows.
I can't play
Playing a rock.
Yeah.
With Henry Rollins.
Banjo. RZA's here from Wu-Tang Clan. He's plugging Ghost Dog, new movie out this Saturday in New York, and then March 17th
Nationwide.
Oh, this Friday.
This Friday, New York.
And nationwide. That's right. We're going to hear something off the Ghost Dog soundtrack when we come back. It's LoveLine. Madam Pearl, that's Dr. Bruce, filming for Dr. Drew. RZA's here from the Wu-Tang Clan. Ghost Dog is the name of the movie he's here promoting tonight. Stars Forrest Whitaker.
He also give us some advice if I can.
You certainly can. Give all you like. We'll hear something off the Ghost Dog soundtrack, which our guests scored and produced and all that good stuff in just 1 second. I think we'll take one call and then we'll hear something off the soundtrack. Sarah?
Yeah.
You're 19. What's up?
I went to a party about a week and a half ago, and I got really, really drunk. And I was smoking some pot. And ever since then, I haven't been right. Like, I've been having, like, panic attacks. I don't know how you describe them. Everything gets really blurry, and I just totally freak out.
Do you smoke pot normally?
No, I don't. That's the thing. I mean, it's been probably, like, 5-6 years since I have.
Right. Well, this can... we get this all the time.
Very common.
Is it really?
Yeah. You got to smoke more pot.
You have to not smoke pot. Pot is technically in the hallucinogen class. When people smoke pot, it's the setting and the mindset that determines the experience they have. But it can also bring out underlying depressions, anxiety disorders, and some people that have some of these underlying disorders in which they feel more euphoric or feel better when they smoke it will continue on almost immediately a daily basis to self-medicate with it. So
that's another thing too. I'm bipolar. And I do feel like I want to do it more, and I feel like I want to drink a lot more.
Right. Okay.
Often.
You've had, it's interesting in addiction medicine, we're finding some of these drugs will set off the brain. The brain will almost say, wow, that's something I've been missing. I need that on a daily basis, and you set off the addiction. So you need to get to somebody that's a psychiatrist that practices addiction medicine, not as like, nothing against psychiatrists that don't have a lot of experience with it, but if you've had this type if you haven't had this type If you've had this type of experience, you need to see a psychiatrist that treats patients that have addictive disorders.
Well, hold on. Bruce, what if she just hung loose for another week to see what happened?
No, the trigger's been pulled. Once the trigger's pulled in the brain like
that's it.
Really, I'm not just saying everybody needs to go see a shrink. In your case, you've got a history of bipolar disorder. You've had this experience with the mood-altering substances. It's all ready to go. Do you want to do it in 20 years? Do you want to do it now?
Your parents, well, I'd do it in 20. Are your parents alcoholics?
My father is a non-functioning alcoholic, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
I have a question, too. My doctor, my psychiatrist, is the director of the addictions counseling for a big hospital by me.
Yeah.
But I'm scared to say anything because he's threatened to put me into like a long-term facility because I have a lot of a really bad history. And I get, like, really bad depressive episodes. And I was wondering, too, is it bad because I'm on a lot of medication? Could that have something to do with it?
Wow. Absolutely.
Okay.
Are you on lithium or Neuron or Tegretol or Depakote?
Last time I called, Adam made fun of me because I'm on so much. I'm on lithium, Depakote, Wellbutrin, Lexus.
You had the...
Let her keep going. Bruce, shut the hell up. Please, stop with the coffee. Go ahead, sir. Keep going.
Just another one, what do you call it, phenobarbital.
Phenobarbital?
Yeah.
And you had the question about the oral contraceptive last time?
Yeah, how did you remember?
Because I'm smarter than him.
Because he doesn't smoke pot. That's how he remembers.
Adam, I was the damn plan one.
You were the what?
The damn plan. Do you remember that?
No, what the hell's the damn plan?
No, remember I called and I was really suicidal, and I said that I was in the hospital because I tried to jump off. I was going to plan on jumping off a dam.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told you not to do that. You pollute the water for the rest of the village.
Yeah, actually, no, a lot of bad things happen since then, but...
All right. Hey, Sarah. Oh, hold on. Listen to me.
Yeah.
You know that doctor who thinks maybe you should be institutionalized?
Yeah.
He may have a point.
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
I'm a good kid.
Right.
I know you're a good kid, and a lot of bad things happen to you, but why? Maybe you should let the experts do their job, and maybe you should listen to them, and maybe they have your best interests in mind.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I can't, though. I mean,
Okay, listen, you're not talking about going to see this guy, right? There's somebody else you can see that's got these credentials. You've got to be seeing a psychiatrist right now.
I am seeing. That's the one that's the director of the addictions.
That's the guy. That's the guy to see. Please, go share with him what happened. The fact that you go back voluntarily and share with him is an indicator you don't need to be hospitalized or institutionalized. So continue to act rationally, and you're not going to get consequences like being thrown in the hospital.
Okay. And go get yourself a copy of the Hakakuri book.
Oh, Dr. Drew and Adam, I have your book, but I want to know when your next book is going to come out.
Never.
I know Dr. Drew's not there. But
Yeah, I'm done writing books.
Oh, come on. I love reading your books.
All right.
I'm writing a book about Adam.
Listen.
Okay.
It'll be on hot off the press.
You read it again.
Okay.
All right, sir.
All right, thanks.
Oh, man. I remember asking her last time, when she got about halfway into the list of medications she was on, I said, listen, just tell us the ones you're not on.
It sounded shorter this time.
It'll be faster. Yeah, I think she may have skipped a few. Yeah, she may need to go see Ghost Dog this next weekend, and that may help
her
out there.
I'm sure she'll be a new woman when she
You'll
comes
be a new
back.
woman. Go see Ghost Dog and then give us a call.
Well, some of the martial arts and meditation practices do really help people with mental health.
Oh, absolutely. It sure as hell couldn't hurt. Hey, at least you can kick a little ass in a pinch. All right, Rza's guest tonight for the Wu-Tang Clan, and he has himself a score, which is the Ghost Dog score, and we're going to hear something off of that soundtrack. We're going to play on Walking Through the Darkness, right? By my artist, Akita.
That's the one we're playing. Ghost Dog opening in New York on Friday. That is tomorrow, and March 17th nationwide.
Nationwide. We got a city list we'll read off maybe before we finish the show.
Oh, that's
get y'all guys down with it.
Quite a list. Yeah. All right, I'll check into that. Naomi?
Yeah.
You're 24?
Mhm.
You're male to female, transsexual?
Yeah.
You are?
Yes, I am.
What was your man name?
I'd really rather not go there.
Really?
Worked very hard to shed that.
Right. You're one of those men, one of those women that were trapped inside a man's body?
Exactly. A girl that couldn't prove she was one.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and you know, Adam, I heard you saying that you'd have the world at your feet if you were gay or you liked the fat chicks, but you'd also have it if you liked the tranny chicks, because we're like always a sure bet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're like the loneliest women on earth. And
yeah, but you know, my problem is I don't look at you as chicks completely. I look at you as guys without the Johnson, which is different, you know. Although you sound like you've made a nice smooth transition into chickdom.
Well, thanks.
Great.
I was born this way, so it comes pretty naturally.
You were born a woman?
Well, I was born psychologically female.
Right. That just means nuts, by the way.
Well, all right.
All right. Just because you like sandals don't
No,
make
I
you a
could say
chick.
the same thing about you, though.
All right. Hold on a second there, Screwball. We're going to take a little break, and then we'll get back with Naomi. This whole business, you know, people go like... see, first off, there's a few things I find interesting about this. One is, I've said it a million times, but it's endlessly fascinating to me, which is you have to undergo 1 year of psychiatric evaluation before you get the penis cut off. So they have to make sure you're completely sane before some guy chops off your Johnson. And to me, if you, at the end of that year, still want to lose the willy, you're still nuts.
Right.
Because that is the definition of insanity to me. Cut the Johnson off.
It's just a trapping of what the person is not.
All right. I'll give my theories on the whole transsexual
Can she give her
thing.
theories about you?
She may give her theories about me, more with Rza from the Wu-Tang Clan, and we'll be back after this. Yes, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce. He's filling in for Dr. Drew. He is just disqualified, even though you wouldn't know it by looking at him. Rza's our guest tonight from the Wu-Tang Clan. He's done the soundtrack from the new film Ghost Dog, which will be out tomorrow. If you're in New York, that is Friday, and nationwide, it'll be released March 17th. And let me just give a quick plug for something that I'm working on before we hop back and speak to Naomi, the he-she. This Saturday, 11 o'clock in Long Beach, Trampoline Cattle Call. Yes.
The Fabulous Man Show is going to set up the trampoline. As you know, we're famous for girls jumping on trampolines, and we will set it up at the El Dorado East Regional Park in Long Beach, and you can jump on the trampoline, and we'll film you. Not you, Bruce.
Oh.
We'll make a star out of all you beautiful young ladies over 18 years of age.
Nice rack.
Again, it's at the El Dorado East Regional Park, which is in Long Beach, and grab a pad and pencil because I'm going to give you a phone number. 323-769-5538. 323-769-5538 for the trampoline cattle call. This Saturday, 11 o'clock, Long Beach, El Dorado Park.
Whatever.
We'll give that number out before the night is through. Naomi?
Yeah.
All right, so you're 24. And you've always been a female trapped inside a male's body.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Right. And so now, how come no one else gets trapped inside bodies? There's no black people trapped in white people's bodies. There's no Asians trapped in black bodies. There's no dogs trapped in cats' bodies. And there's not even any men trapped in women's bodies. It's only women trapped in men's bodies.
There's a bigot trapped in your body.
Actually, Adam, there are quite a few men trapped in women's bodies. There are a lot of female-to-male transsexuals also.
Well, the only time a man gets trapped in a woman's body is when she locks her vagina up.
Let me read from the Hakakuri book for you.
Go ahead.
It is bad when one thing becomes two. One should not look for anything else in the way of the samurai. It is the same for anything else that is called the way. If you understand things in this manner, you should be able to hear about all ways and be more and more in accord with your own. So it is very bad when one thing becomes two.
Word up. There's nothing in there about the samurai lopping off your Johnson either.
Yeah, that was just bloody profound. Okay.
But I got to tell you, Naomi, you sound chick-like.
Well, thank you.
And how long ago did you undergo the operation?
Actually, I'm a pre-op.
Oh, everyone's pre-op.
So,
I'm pre-op. So is Rza, so is Bruce, technically. I mean, we still have our penises, don't we?
Yeah, but you're not women.
Well, you're not either. You got a penis.
Well, actually, I've spent a lot of time convincing several psychologists, the psychiatrist, and a surgeon that I am a woman. So.
Yeah, but a woman with a penis makes you a man.
Okay, well,
Naomi, you're arguing with someone that's very concrete.
Thank you.
It's very...
I rarely get a compliment from Bruce, but thank you for that. When do you have the operation?
That's really not the point. I don't know yet, whenever I get the money saved up.
How much is it these days?
It's about $15,000, give or take.
Yeah.
$15,000.
You're going to pay $15,000?
I would think it was more than that. But.
And now
well,
what
is
what does the $15,000 get you?
Well, it should get you working plumbing and electricity, so to speak.
Right, but no sofa drapes?
No, an unfurnished vagina is what it gets you.
Yeah, I see. But you
what?
Unfurnished vagina.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, man.
That's going to be the name of my next book. Unfurnished vagina. And so they'll cut the penis off, and they'll work. How do they form the clitoris?
Well, it's supposed to be some sort of hocus-pocus with your nerve endings. I'm not really sure the exact medical procedure they go through because I'm not a surgeon and I haven't studied it. But they promise to give you a full working clitoris and vagina.
Hey, Naomi?
So will you get pregnant?
No, no, please. Let me explain something. No, Naomi.
Yes.
Let me try to talk you out of this for a second.
All right.
Here's the deal. You still technically have your penis, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now just hear me out. You take that $15,000, you buy yourself a members-only jacket and a Camaro, and you start acting like a man. You understand?
That's what you do.
You buy a 12-pack of beer, a leather members-only jacket, and a Trans Am, and you're on your way. You'll be enjoying yourself as a man with that Trans Am.
The person that knows who they are and does what they're good at and what they're meant to do is a wise person.
Okay.
Adam's a founding member of the Penile Preservation Society.
Yes,
that's not going to change. If you have a penis physically, you are a man to him.
Hey, will you send me your penis when they cut it off? I love schlong. I'm going to hang it from my rear view.
You are so gay.
I'm going to use it to signal when I turn. Hey, so Naomi.
Yes.
So are you getting the estrogen and all that?
Yeah, that's actually, my question was actually kind of a boring medical question about quitting smoking and possible side effects with that interacting with the medication that I'm on.
Where the hell do you work, by the way?
I'm unemployed right now.
What a surprise.
Yes.
You could have get $15,000 from.
How are you going to save that kind of money up, unemployed?
Well, let's see. There's crime, there's prostitution, or I could get a real job, which I'm working on doing, but it is tough getting hired when you're...
Let me explain. Prostitution with a penis don't pay that well.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Do you have parents?
Do you have parents?
Yes.
What do they think of this?
Last time I checked, everyone has parents.
Do you talk to them?
Yeah, they're actually remarkably cool with all this.
And can they front you the dough?
No, they're not that well off.
What a surprise. And
not that supportive.
Right.
So,
all right.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one sister.
So you're going to tell your father's going to have no sons now?
No, my father never really had any sons.
Right. Hey, couldn't you borrow your sister's vagina for the weekends or something?
You know, if it was that easy. Wow.
It really
Naomi, do you have any medical problems?
No, not really.
Okay. Smoking, the big problem with smoking is smoking and taking estrogens because it increases your risk of everything, heart disease, blood clots. Stopping is not appreciably going to affect the consequences of taking the Premarin.
All right, hold on, Naomi, because we got to go to break. Hold on. Hang on. Listen, if I knew my penis was going to leave me any time now, I would be masturbating nonstop around the clock. I would never let go of my penis. Could you imagine having that thing cut off?
I cannot imagine you coming in here never letting go of your penis.
I would if I knew it was leaving. All right. RZA's here from the Wu-Tang Clan. He is promoting Ghost Dog, which is the soundtrack of the movie that he has produced, or at least scored. And we will take ourselves a quick break, and we'll finish off with He, She, Naomi after this. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce. Dr. Bruce is board certified and knows all the same crap that Dr. Drew does. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. RZA's here from Wu-Tang Clan. Ghost Dog is the film that he has a part in, but most importantly, he scored.
Has a soundtrack coming out April 11th.
That's right.
On Razor Sharp Sony Records.
And the movie will be released nationwide on March 17th.
March 17th. It's very enlightening. Go see it. Pick up a little knowledge, a little education.
And it
has some fun.
Forrest Whitaker is the star of it, by the way. And we'll hear something else off of that Ghost Dog soundtrack before the night is through. But until then, we'll get on the phones. Tina?
Yes.
You're 24?
Yes.
Wait, hold on a second. I forgot about Naomi. Naomi?
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, we'll wrap it up with you. You're the female with the penis.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Okay. That's a way to address you, right?
That's fair.
Saving up money to get it cut off.
That's really not what I was calling about, though.
Right. And you're smoking.
Well, no, I quit smoking about a week ago, and I've been having really, really severe mood disturbances the last couple of days. And I know that, that kind of goes with the territory of quitting smoking, but they've been so intense that I wondered if the Premarin that I'm on or the spironolactone, which I take daily, might be aggravating the condition, making it worse than it normally would be. And if this was something that was going to go away, or as my body and brain adjust, or if this is just going to get worse and worse.
What about it, Bruce?
On appropriate doses of spironolactone and Premarin and stopping smoking, things will even out. But there's a longer, rocky course with irritability and other withdrawal symptoms from nicotine. Nicotine is one of the most difficult drugs to stop. Irritability is a prime withdrawal symptom. It's not a byproduct of, I'm irritable because I really want to smoke. It's a direct withdrawal symptom of nicotine.
Isn't Premarin pregnant mare urine?
Well, that's where it probably originally came from, but not. Drugs
Isn't it derived from that?
I don't believe it is.
I think it is. You're drinking horse whiz.
What, creatine?
No,
Premarin.
Premarin. What is creatine?
Creatine? That's something else.
It's
not for chicks. That's for guys.
Bodybuilding.
Hey, think about this for a second. All these guys become women usually mid-20s, mid-30s, something like that. They live in the male body for 25, 30, 35 years, and then they become a woman. To me, they got it backwards. I would be a chick until I was about 25, 28. Then, when everyone was done with me, because you know how society is, then I become a man, and I become some sort of Hollywood producer, and I bang young chicks until I'm 60. That's the time to change. Be a chick until you're about 30, then be a guy. Don't be a guy until you're 30 and then become a chick.
And this is
that
so
ain't
much
going to
more
work.
complex. What they're
Think
finding
about
in
it.
situations like this, you can have the testosterone flowing, you can have the male organs, but there's probably an insensitivity in the brain to the testosterone where you're just having the expression of
No, and you become a chick, and you know what you do? You get with women. That's what happens. Naomi,
Yeah.
you are going to become a female, and then you're going to date a woman, right?
No.
You're gonna date a man?
Yeah. Well,
Naomi, I believe that you have the brain of a woman. How do you like that?
Thanks.
And I believe that it's probably going to end up being there's an insensitivity or the testosterone does not work in your brain the way it does in someone else's that's male morphologically.
That's
but
what you
yours
feel, huh?
as much a woman as someone that has the body that Adam would be chasing
Oh,
down the street.
please. That's blasphemy. You're going to hell. You call yourself
It's going to be a
religious?
different hell than you're going to be in, buddy.
Well, it may be slightly lower than my hell. Tina?
Yes.
You're 24.
Yes.
You don't have a penis, do you?
don't believe?
No.
No.
My
Okay.
husband does.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
What's up?
I've just caught my husband last week. He's been calling porn, like phone sex.
Yeah. How'd you catch him?
I found the credit card statements.
Oh, yeah. More guys get popped with those credit card statements.
I know, and so I looked at them, and I thought, okay, and I went back and I looked at some more, and I found that he's been doing it since June. Well, I was pregnant in June.
Yeah, well,
I just had the baby 7 weeks ago.
I see.
So I thought, okay, he's doing it because I was pregnant, and, you know.
Right.
Well, I went back today and looked at them all. He's been doing it since July of 98.
Well, listen, what did it read out on the credit card statement, by the way?
It says POR, and then it says, like, a phone number, and then it says, like, all these huge charges.
Right, and he didn't think you would stumble onto that?
I guess not.
What was your sex life like prior to that? How long you been married?
Last Sunday we just got married. Last Sunday we got married a year ago, so it was our year anniversary last Sunday.
Yeah.
Our sex life when we were engaged and we were dating was awesome.
Right.
I was like 115 pounds. I was skinny. We had sex like 4 or 5, 6 times a week.
Right. Now what?
Now what?
What are you ballooned up to?
Oh, I weigh like 160.
All right.
I just had a baby 7 weeks ago.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
But I want to know why he's doing this. Why is he doing it? Because I mean, he was doing it. He did it 2 days before our wedding, and our sex life was awesome then.
Oh, he made the call 2 days before the wedding?
He's a freak.
He's been doing it since July of 98.
Any family history of addictions or any chemical problems in the past or presently?
Well, how many times a week does he call?
Well, there was one particular card that he called 12 times in one day.
Yeah.
He's
got a problem.
That's a lot of... My penis would come off in my hand 12 times a day.
If it's more than Adam does, it's a problem. If it's less, it's not. But other than that...
right.
I mean, on the calls, you can tell that he was hanging up because he wasn't getting somebody they liked because they were only $3 calls. But there's some calls on the credit cards that are $160.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, shut up there, Bruce, for a second, please.
$160, you have to be on the phone for a very long time, right?
$160, go out and buy a hooker.
Yeah, well, at least...
Don't give him any ideas.
Oh, okay. He's lucky he's not hanging out with me. I talk some sense in him. You buy a whore, you idiot.
Yeah, you get 2 whores for that place.
No, but I want to know why
Really?
why would he be doing this if he's getting sex at home? I don't get it.
Okay,
because sexual addiction.
He probably has an addiction. I agree with
We went to marriage
Bruce.
counselor last week. We started going to marriage counseling, and the marriage counselor asked him, "Do you have an addiction?" He said, "No." He swears up and down he does not.
All right, you went and you talked and spoke about the phone sex.
Yep.
At the counselor. Mental note: never go to marriage counseling.
They'd ask
It's
him if he had an
humiliating.
addiction.
All right, he's denying it. All right, has he been able to stop?
Well, yeah, he said he hasn't done it since the baby's been born, that he knows of. And then yesterday a credit card came in, and there's 2 calls at the end of January.
All right.
He's also a liar, huh?
And he's stupid because he keeps going back to the credit card.
Well, how else would he do it?
Well, he'd get someone. Listen.
phone card.
Here's what I'd do. I'd get one of my buddies' credit cards. I'd use his credit card and reimburse him at the end of each month.
Don't give...
Oh, okay.
I think he's asleep. He might be listening upstairs, but I'm not quite sure.
All right. Well,
it's good if he is listening.
Listen.
Well, he knows. Well, I've promised him that this would be a dead issue. We'd stop talking about it.
Well.
Because if I can't, he promised me he would not do it anymore.
Right.
Stop.
but the time...
I confronted him on February 22nd. Anything after February 22nd comes through this house, there's going to be problems. I don't know what to do.
Well, Tina, would you rather him call a hotline that he could call sex and beat his meat to, or would you rather him go out there and cheat on you with another woman?
No, but I don't understand why
There's a progression, and he will eventually need more stimulation, and it sounds like this is an addictive disorder which is progressive. So he will need that eventually. He will act out in different ways sexually.
Does he make enough money to afford this?
Yes and no. He seems to have been putting this before anything.
Oh, yeah. Okay. He's got a little addiction. Yeah, before baby food.
Have you had a relative or a relationship with somebody that had an addiction problem? Did your father? Yes. Any alcoholics in the family, or any experience with somebody that's had this kind of behavior?
Not this
My
kind.
ex-husband was addicted to speed when we were dating.
Perfect. There you go.
This is a pattern, and you are a co-addict, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, you've got a terrible disease and you're to blame for this. It's a balance in a relationship. He has an addictive disorder. You've been in a relationship now with a second person with an addictive disorder. You need to go to a therapist. It's not a sex therapist, but a therapist that has experience with relationships and addictions. And they'll nail this guy right away.
All right. Just lay the law down. Man, this guy is the world's biggest jackass. He keeps going with the credit card. I mean, that's how you know he's got a problem. He can't cover his tracks.
Right, well.
All right. Now, listen.
He's probably using a substance, probably some other things going on.
Okay.
All right.
Teresa?
Yes?
You're 20.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right. I have a friend, and he's an intelligent guy, but we keep having this argument where he thinks that a woman who has never given birth to a child, has never even become pregnant, can produce milk from her breast, were an infant, or were something to suck on them for long enough. And that's not so bad, because that seems within the confines of reason. Maybe you could, there are glands there for a reason. But he also thinks that if an infant or a baby or something were to suck on a male's nipples for long enough, that the male could produce milk as well. And I'm just trying to settle the argument because I'd like to win it, and if not, I'd at least like to know who's right.
All right.
The truth.
Well, first off, this is just a ploy for you to suck on his nipples. I've tried this one with ladies. I use the same one with the penis, too. No, that's milk. No, don't spit that out. That's milk.
Yeah, I'm sure it worked.
Hey, oh, no, listen, only if the guy has some sort of infection or something, and and then it's kind of weird and rare.
Or prolactin-producing tumor up in his brain, because prolactin will make milk come out of any breast, male or female.
All right.
So if he has a prolactinoma, things can happen. But it's not a normal.
All right, so he wins on a technicality, right?
No. He doesn't win, he loses. Men can't breastfeed, and you can suck on a man's breast all you want. It's not going to make milk come out in a cycle like a woman's breast milk.
Good, that's what I thought.
What's this guy up to, though? What's the dynamic of having this guy?
Oh, shut up. Who cares?
We talk about stuff like that all the time.
Listen, you guys need to get cable.
What?
You really do. You guys sitting around
I think he has cable.
waxing on hypothetically about male breast milk.
Somebody to,
does he think does he think he's going to get his period any day now, too?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think that.
All right, so you win the bet. What do you win? What do you win?
I don't think I win anything. It's just he's a lot smarter than I am, so it's just the satisfaction of winning.
Hold on. If he's a lot smarter than you need to kill yourself.
I think. No, I think that.
And I'll help you, because I know you won't be able to figure it out yourself.
Thanks.
All right, screwball. Guys sitting around arguing about breast milk.
I think your patience for callers is dwindling.
It's Thursday. It's been a long week, and I've had up to here with all of them. That's my feeling.
Congratulations.
And you know the problem with women? Women don't bet with money. See, women just bet. I bet you're right. I bet you're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. And then at the end of the bet, they go, see, I'm right. But they don't get anything. A man, if this was two men betting, they'd immediately put some money down, and then when you win, you got something.
Right.
Guys don't even make bets without money because who cares who's right? There's nothing to prove it. Doesn't mean anything. Women got to gamble. They don't bet enough money when they bet. It's all pride. Jay?
Yeah.
You're 18. What's up?
Okay. I was having unprotected sex with my girlfriend, and I pulled out before I ejaculated, and then I wiped off completely and then started back again.
Well, as long as you used a clean gym sock, there shouldn't be any chance of pregnancy.
Okay.
It's not a plunger mechanism down there.
You idiot.
Okay.
All right, so
sperm have motility.
You wiped yourself down. You went back in. And then what? What'd you do? Did you wipe her down, too?
No, it didn't get on her.
Where'd it go?
It was like I pulled out and I guess it got on my hand. I don't remember.
Well, how long ago was this?
A few days ago.
Wait a minute. What position were you in?
Dragon position.
Hold on a second.
Which one is it?
Dragon.
It's a martial arts position.
It's like a Chinese parade.
You need to go see Ghost Dog.
What the hell's the dragon? I do the praying mantis and the lotus, but I don't do the dragon. What's the dragon?
It's like a evolved kind of doggy style position.
Doggy, but then what? How do you do it? She shoots fire out of her mouth?
No, she's laying down.
Does that produce poison?
She lays down on her stomach?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of doggy taking a nap?
Yeah.
I see.
How old is she?
She's same age.
And how long have you been going out?
A few years.
Oh.
So you want to have a baby, I suspect.
No.
Oh, we got to use some birth control, you retard.
Yeah.
Is it within 72 hours now, or?
It's over.
When was it?
It's over, is right.
When did that happen?
Probably 4 days ago, I think.
Okay, so you God, see, that's the kind of energy you have when you're 18. Okay, baby, I wiped off. I'm coming back.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my penis is. I'm gonna sit this one out. No way. I can't just pop back in there like that anymore.
Okay, so are the chances of pregnancy like higher?
Oh well,
No.
yes, the chances of pregnancy.
Higher if he went back in afterwards, and that's what he's asking.
Well, yeah.
Does
pushing up the sperm. They have little legs and they walk.
Hey, Jay,
they're motile. They move.
Jay, listen to me. Let's not try to figure this one out. The point is from here on out, you got to do something, right?
Yeah.
You got to get her on the pill, or you got to get on the condoms, or whatever.
It was an isolated incident.
Yeah, but what do you normally do? You normally pull out. You normally wear a condom? Would you shut up, Bruce? Especially with those half-baked, retarded remarks like pregnancy's an isolated incident.
Well, he's saying...
Just quiet down. I'm talking. Jay?
Yeah.
Everyone listen to me. There you go. Get her on the pill.
Okay.
Okay, because this ain't going to work.
Don't start the pill now.
Because she could be pregnant?
Yeah, and if she's pregnant and you take, like, the high-dose pregnancy-type substances, you can induce fetal abnormalities, and you have to get an abortion. So
good.
You got to go get a pregnancy test in a couple of weeks.
Well, what is it, 2 weeks?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Okay, Bruce, come on, now you're all flustered. Mike?
Hey, how's it going?
You're 16.
What's up, mayonnaise?
Hey, yeah, that's me.
Word up.
Word up.
I kind of have to apologize. I lied to the screener there.
All right.
But I have a question about, like, vintage porn.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing a school project, and we need your comic advice on this thing we're about to throw down here.
All right.
We're about to do a project where, like, we have some chicks. They're going to, like, put up their dress, show a little ankle, and we're going to be like, like, damn, woman, like, you're a whore, but we need some, some help, it's not going to be that funny unless you throw down some stuff.
Well, I don't know, that sounded like a laugh riot. Yeah, damn you, whore. Well, wait a minute, what the hell kind of school do you go to?
Public, man.
You go to a public school, and you're making a porn movie for extra credit?
For a report.
For a report?
Oh, yeah.
And what class is this?
We're doing, like, U.S. history, so it's like a decade project. And I got 1890, so, it's like show a little ankle there and, get a laugh out of it.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you got 1890s as your decade?
Yeah.
And so you're going to do like an old-fashioned porn.
Right.
And it's going to be real tame, right?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be real tame. It's just going to be like, damn whore,
Right.
It's going to show a little ankle, but that's it. So.
Right.
It is not a porn, is it?
No, it's not a real porn.
Right.
It's just,
All right, so you need a good word instead of whore.
Like, yeah, exactly why I'm calling.
Strumpet.
Like an 1890s word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, did you say strumpet?
Yeah.
I was trying to think of that. Yeah, strumpet is nice.
Wench.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wench goes back a little further.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Strumpet is nice. Mike?
Yeah.
Call her a strumpet.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. Any other, like, outtakes that we should do? Maybe like a choking thing as one of the...
How about a spanking?
Ooh, okay.
What the hell are you talking about, Bruce?
What the hell?
How long does this need to be, this movie?
Oh, as long as possible.
As long as possible?
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, what are you talking about? What, you mean you want to do other things in the movie?
Well, we just want to throw down like a little, just to make someone laugh, you know, our class. We just don't want to do our project, basically. We want to just, you know, lay down a video.
Why don't you superimpose Adam's face over one of these strumpets?
Yeah, why don't you splice in some real porn if you want to get a laugh? Yeah. That's extra credit.
Yeah, right, and get my ass kicked out of
All right, Mike, what the hell do I know? Oh, my.
I watched the Man Show, and I love it.
Thank you.
And you're pretty funny, isn't you?
All right, thanks for the ass kissing. I'm giving you strumpet is the best we're going to do. Strumpet is, I don't know what era that strumpet is from.
Great
but
word.
It is a great word. It's a nice word for whore. Yeah, minx, but that wouldn't really be a whore.
It's 70s.
Is it?
It's like punk rock.
You sure? All right.
Biatch.
Trollop is nice. Biatch, yes. I don't know if that's 1890s. That's more 1895, 1896. Dustin?
Yeah.
You're 17. What's up?
Yeah, just want to say what's up to the RZA. I'm a big fan. You're my favorite of all the Wu-Tang Clan.
Thanks.
And I was just wondering, any other Wu-Tang albums coming out anytime soon? Are you coming out with an album yourself, too?
Well, we got the Ghostface Killer album out right now.
Yeah.
We have this Ghost Dog soundtrack coming out April 11th. And we're looking to drop a Wu-Tang Clan album in August, so that should be something very exciting for you this summer. It's going to be so fat.
Yeah, Wu-Tang's my favorite, man. So.
That's cool. Make sure you go check out that movie Ghost Dog starring Forrest Whitaker, directed by Jim Jarmusch.
When's it coming out?
Comes out March 3rd in New York and around the rest of the country.
17th.
On March 17th.
All right, cool. Adam, I just want to say you're funny, man.
Thanks, Dustin. Hey, is Old Dirty Bastard still going by Little Baby Jesus? Or what
right
did
now,
he change his name to? What's he called?
Inmate 5431231.
Oh, he's in the clink, yeah. When's he out?
Maybe be out in a few more months. We'll let him out.
Yeah, he should stick with the Old Dirty Bastard while he's in, and then when he gets out, he'll go to the Jesus one again.
Yeah, go back to that, right?
Yeah, the baby Jesus is not going to go over well when you're in the hole, in the joint that way. But you keep that for the outside. Well, seriously, when's he get out? Do we know?
A couple of months they will let him out.
Oh, what did he do this time? Or what did they say he did? I know he didn't do anything.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
What does the man say he did?
He said he's on his, what did he do? Was in a hotel with a girl, and
yeah,
she didn't agree.
All right, I see.
Thank you, Jesus!
Thank you, baby Jesus. All right, Rza's here from the Wu-Tang Clan. Ghost Dog's the name of the movie. He scored the soundtrack for that. We're going to hear something off of that when we come back. Yeah, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Bruce, filling in for Dr. Drew. Rza's here from Wu-Tang Clan. Ghost Dog's the name of the movie. That is out nationwide March 17th, and the soundtrack is out, when? Middle April?
April 11th.
April 11th.
Oh, read this shop, Epic Records. Company.
We will hear something off that soundtrack after we take ourselves a phone call. But first, another quick plug for the trampoline cattle call. Again, this Saturday, March 4th, at El Dorado East Regional Park in Long Beach. 11 o'clock. El Dorado East Regional Park in Long Beach, California. Jump on that trampoline. We'll make you a star.
Kiss my ass, Adam.
Michelle?
Yeah?
You're 21.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, first I just want to say, you guys can be so mean sometimes to people.
To me? Dr.
All
Bruce?
of you. All the time. I listen to you guys all the time. And, not all of your listeners are idiots. And
Oh, shut up, you whore.
Shut up!
Well, Drew's not mean to people.
Drew's nice, although he's getting meaner by the day. I've got him on the mean streak.
Well, see, I'm very disciplined, and I'm not an idiot. Well, I consider myself not an idiot.
All right, you haven't proven that yet. What's your question?
I get better run.
All right, well, just be nice,
please.
okay?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right, here's the deal. I'm 21. I have a 5-year-old daughter. I'm married but separated. I'm straight, yet though I have thoughts sometimes. I can appreciate a woman's body and her beauty and everything else without doing anything. But I've had some thoughts, and is that so bad to have thoughts?
No.
Huh?
That's perfectly normal.
It's perfectly normal.
Yes.
What kind of thoughts are you have? You having thoughts about kissing a private part, kissing her breasts, or her doing it to you?
Hold on, slow down, Rza. Kissing the private parts?
Like I said,
That's about all of it.
I guess so.
You know, about her doing to me or me doing to her, but the thing is, you know, it's like I like my guys too much. I do. I love my guys.
All right.
I couldn't rub a woman's chest like I would a guy's, you know.
What's the story? You had a kid at age, what, 16?
I'm sorry?
You had your child at age 16?
Yeah.
All right. You a little chaotic, are you, Michelle?
No, I'm not.
A little bit?
How old was your boyfriend?
My husband is 21, too.
Your ex-husband?
Well, he's going to be my ex-husband, yes. And I don't have a boyfriend right now, actually. I'm just kind of like, I just moved here from Missouri, so.
Good. Where's here?
Huh?
Where?
Washington, Vancouver.
Well, people do that. We have no idea where they're calling from.
Who's the dad for your kid?
Her dad's in Colorado.
All right.
So what's... Okay. Well, it sounds like you need a male figure around.
No, I don't need a male figure around.
No, for your child you do.
No, she's not going to get one. Hey, where was your dad when you were growing up?
He wasn't there.
What a
Very
surprise.
strong, very independent woman who taught me everything.
Okay, well, you get to be that strong, independent woman, too.
And I am. I've been doing it for 5 years on my own, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Do you have a boy or a girl?
She's a girl.
All right, well.
Yeah, and so,
all right.
you know, I'm just...
Michelle, listen to me. Listen.
What?
Here's your number one priority.
What?
Don't let your daughter get pregnant at 15 or 16 and raise a kid alone like you and your mom. Okay.
And the chances of that are proportional or related to
it's fine.
Can I finish what I was saying? Hey.
Ooh, well, listen to Bruce getting out of control.
It's important that you have a strong male figure. I'm not saying... Listen, hey, can I finish what I'm saying? Please. I got Adam to contend with. I don't need you abusing me. You need...
Oh, yeah, he's been kind of mean to you, huh?
All right.
You need a small...
I'm putting her on hold. Listen, goofball. Hey, you should...
Now,
I don't have to be nice. Listen, I get paid whether I'm an a-hole or not. Now quiet down over there and let Bruce say his piece.
Well, then hurry up.
All right, I agree. Bruce, you have 8 seconds. Go.
You need a strong male figure. It's no reflection on your mothering abilities. It's important for the child.
Thank you.
And also, let me say a few words.
Oh, wait a minute. Rza wants to say something. Quiet down. Quiet down.
Listen, girl. Listen,
No wonder.
if you start bringing women around you, I mean, you got a daughter, the same thing is going to transcend to her. So get you a good man and maybe find somebody that's more gentle to you, that could give you more gentle sex. This way you can appreciate it in a gentle way.
There you go. That's what I like. Not the gentle sex, but the good advice from Rza. All right, we will now repay Rza for that beautiful advice by hearing something off of his soundtrack. Ghost Dog is the name of the film, and this one is called Samurai Showdown. That would be Samurai Showdown off the Ghost Dog soundtrack. Rza from the Wu-Tang Clan is our guest tonight.
Nice gong.
And we'll up back on the phone to speak to Kat, who's 20. Kat?
Hello.
You're 20. What's going on?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I want to say hi to you, Adam, and hi, Dr. Bruce.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Rza, please, too. Hey,
come on.
Okay, hi, but there's only one thing. Problem. I don't really know who you are.
That's okay. Enjoy.
We heard of the
Enjoy my
Wu-Tang.
company.
Well, I have, but see, I don't listen to...
Oh, shut up. Who cares? What do you want?
But hi.
All right, good. What do you want?
Okay, well, my boyfriend broke up with me because he says I gained too much weight from when we got together.
You're fat.
Drew, please.
I'm not fat.
How much weight did you gain?
I gained 15 pounds.
And you're 3 feet tall?
No.
No, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
You're overweight.
Drew, please. Now, what did you weigh when you met him?
100 pounds.
You weighed 100 pounds when you met him?
Uh-huh.
Geez, how do you even know where you were?
Now you weigh 115 pounds?
Yeah.
And you're how tall again?
5'7".
Oh.
He says you're fat.
5'7".
He said my ass got big.
5'7".
The guy's a loser.
First
How do you
off,
feel?
You must have had an eating disorder to be 5'7" and 100 pounds.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and now?
He said your ass got bigger?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't bigger the better? To me,
yeah. Listen, I wish I was black for that one reason, that I loved a big ass. Black guys love big ass, and they're smart. They're smart too, but white guys can't get on board with that. And I'm a white guy, and I can't get on board with the big ass, but I wish I could.
It makes the doggy style much more doggy.
I know.
It's like humping a St. Bernard.
So, Kat, did you have an eating disorder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
All right. So I don't trust this guy.
Oh.
He's a screwball.
Well, I know, but it's just like, because a lot of crap's happened in my life.
I know.
And it's just like, it made me feel so bad because, like, my self-esteem went so way down.
I know, but listen, Kat, listen to me. As you know, I'm a genius.
Oh,
okay? Yeah. You weighed 100 pounds, then you got up to 115 at 5'7". You should put on another 15, 20 pounds. Don't let this guy send you into a spiral and get you down to 98 pounds again so you die. You hear me? Yeah. You need to work on your eating disorder. You need therapy. This is a life-threatening illness. You're going to screw yourself up. This guy's an idiot. You know that. And don't let it send you to the vomitorium, all right?
Okay. Well, I have another question.
Thank you. That's enough. What's the next question?
Okay. Well, I was molested when I was 4, and then I was molested again when I was 9, and then I was raped when I was 13, and then I was raped again when I was 18.
All right. So you're doing about, 18 months?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is the pattern going to keep repeating throughout my life?
It will until unless you get some therapy and look into it and stop the pattern. You're the only one who can stop the pattern.
Have you gotten therapy? Have you gone to some?
Yeah, I've went through, like, 3 different psychologists.
Yeah, but listen, you need to find someone. And
all they do is put me on medication.
Well, look, you need to find someone you can talk to and someone you can start that process with. You need to go on walks and read some books and find Jesus Christ and stop vomiting. And don't trust any man you meet.
Okay.
Translation, good therapist, stability in your life.
Yes.
You know, you may not be a genius, but you're a parrot. You're a good parrot of what Drew says.
Parrot? Are you kidding? I taught that idiot everything he knows.
Go see Ghost Dog.
Yeah, go see Ghost Dog. Everything will come into focus. We have a lot of people listening to the show. Their life is, you know what it's like? It's like they've been looking through glasses with the wrong prescription.
Mm-hmm.
And after you see Ghost Dog, it's like you had the laser surgery on your corneas. Everything magically is going to come into focus. Every riddle in life will make sense after you see Ghost Dog.
Wow.
The Way of the Samurai.
All right. RZA's here from the Wu-Tang Clan. Ghost Dog's the name of his latest movie that he scored. That's out March 17th. We'll take a little break, and when we come back, we'll speak to Chris, who's 31, lost interest in sex, wants to know what's up. We'll tell her or him after this.
Well, now.
This has been LoveLine. The stuff expressed on LoveLine is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.